Hello again, do-it-yourselfers. Terry Peterman, the Internet Electrician, and welcome to another video short on current topics at electrical-online.com and of course right here on YouTube. So we're nearing the end of our kitchen renovation project here, and I actually shouldn't say kitchen renovation, it was pretty much a whole home renovation, but we'll get back to that. And I'm finally getting back to some of the electrical projects that I've been putting on hold as I did numerous other tasks around this place. I did the flooring, the plumbing, the drywall, boarding, had the mudding and taping contracted out, but trim work, pretty much everything I've taken on myself, so it's been a busy 2.5 months here so far. Like I said though, getting back to a lighting project now, the good people at Get In Lights supplied me with 4 fixtures. This is an 18-inch flush mount ceiling fixture. It's got a nice bright white LED light. It's 4,000 Kelvin range, 1,500 lumens of brightness. It's a fully dimmable fixture, and it's got all the appropriate ratings for approvals and ratings. So let's get started with this. I'm going to mount 4 of these in the house, but we'll just show you one. I'm going to put 1 in my front entry and 2 down my hallway there, and then 1 in the spare bedroom. But let's focus on 1 and we'll show you how to mount this and install it, connect it of course, and then turn it on and check out the functionality. So let's get going. All right, so here's what the fixture looks like out of the box. It's got the keyhole mounting holes so that you can just mount it right to the device box screws. Connect your wires, of course, hot, black, and white neutral, and then yellow with the green stripe for the ground. So got all the mounting hardware you need, comes with it. Some of the features, additional features of this fixture is its even light distribution, so it eliminates hot spots and provides a nice even light spread. It's got a 120-degree wide beam angle, so it gives more general, softer light. It's got a CRI rating of 80+, perfect LEDs, excellent choice for anywhere that extreme color accuracy is required. And it's got the ETL US listed. Approvals, as I mentioned earlier, it says rating covers dry locations. However, I did read on Amazon that it said it's suitable for wet locations as well. So I think you'd have to check with the official rating listing here to make sure that it's also rated. It may be suitable for wet locations or damp locations, but the rating, I believe, as it says here on the box, covers dry locations. So not approved for outside with those ratings that it comes with. So anyhow, this is a fixture that should provide us a nice bright light, 150 watt equivalent, 30 watts of LED light. So that's a 150 watt equivalent of incandescent lighting. So let's get this mounted. All right, so ready to mount this fixture. I took the globe off just to reduce the weight. Backed out my box screws. They include 2 box screws or device box screws with the kit, as well as 4 screws, wood screws, along with drywall anchors, so you could, for extra strength, you could fasten it in 4 places around here too, just into the ceiling. But for now, we'll just put it on the box screws and see if there's any gaps where it's hanging down too much. Then I will put in those screws, those extra screws, but most fixtures don't require that extra support. It's not that heavy, this one. LED makes it quite a bit lighter than an incandescent of equivalent wattage would be. And a fixture usually a lot heavier, fixture body and everything that go with the old incandescent light. This has got a little bit of weight to it because it does have a metal ring around it. So they don't leave me much of a ground wire out of this box, but gotta work with what I got. And Moret on that ground wire. And I gotta make a little tug test to make sure that wire's in there firmly. Tuck that up out of the way. Now my neutral. We sent 3 Morets with it. 1 for ground, neutral, and hot. So I don't know if you can see that. I might stop and give you a zoom into the connections once I've made them. Always make sure your ends or your wire ends are lined up even before you spin on that Moret or wire nut, whatever you want to call it. And if it feels spongy at all, that means you know one of the wires is pulled ahead of the other and you're not going to get a good connection. So again, Nice tug test. Make sure that wire's in there firmly. I've twisted it up nice and tight, finger tight, but one time I was told 1.5 turns on those wires when you tighten that wire nut. Should give you the proper torquing. I generally just go by if it feels like it's good and tight and it snugs up like that, you've got a good connection. So I'm going to stop here, zoom in on those connections so you can see exactly what I've done. Okay, I got some shadows here, having a little trouble with my lighting in this hallway. With, of course, the power off while I work on this circuit, so I've got external lighting for my filming. So ignore the shadows, but there you can see the white wire connected, the black wire connected, and you can see the ground connected under that orange moret in the middle. And then that ground wire is tagged off to the bonding or earthing strap of that box. It's a plastic box. Now we're ready to put that fixture up in place. All right, so we'll tuck that ground up and out of the way. Tuck our hot and our neutral nicely into the box, making sure it's not going to be pinched. None of them are pinched when we put the fixture up against the ceiling. And poke the excess wire into the box. Now we've got to line up our keyhole slots with the mounting bolts or screws, machine screws. This is always a tricky part, especially with this style of plastic box. If you push up on the device screws, they'll shoot right up into the box, as that you can push them up and then they'll tighten, but it's like a little grip that, so you can shove the screw in for most of the way and then snug them up after. But we got it. In fact, I'll do that. Push a screw up and then finish tightening it. Okay, we're ready for our gasket and globe, and then we'll test it out. All right, so I've got the gasket in place. Now I'm going to assume that this gasket they send with it, it's got a sticky side to it. I'm going to assume that's what gives it the wet location suitability rating. However, we're putting this inside, of course. So debating whether to leave it on or off, but we'll put it on for now. We'll leave it on, just sitting in place. Find the slots that globe fits into, and then make sure it's caught properly, or you're going to let go of it and it's going to come crashing down. Okay, there are the fixtures in place. Let's turn it on and see what kind of light we get. I do not have it on a dimmer switch in this application. I've tried with other videos to show the smooth dimming functionality of an LED fixture, and it just doesn't work on the camera because the camera keeps adjusting the light as you adjust it with the dimmer. So we'll take their word for it. It says it's suitable for most SCR dimmers without any buzzing or humming. So it's a good quality LED driver in this fixture. Let's turn it on and see what kind of light we get. Okay, here we are ready to turn it on and see what kind of light output we have. Wow, nice and bright. Now, of course, that drowns out all the rest of the lighting in the hallway. However, there you have it, a complete installation of the 18-inch flush mount light from Get In Light, and you can get that on Amazon. I've provided a link below here where you can click on that and it'll take you right to the listing and get yours today. So thanks again to the people at Get In Light for providing me these fixtures to review for you. I like it. It's a very nice bright light, just as advertised. And they also, most of the reviews said easy install, and yes, that was an easy install. No external brackets, mounting brackets, etc. Just mount it right up to the box and you're done. And I see no reason to put in those 4 extra screws as well. You may, if your seating is crooked, you might want to put them in just to make sure it fits up nice and tight against the seating. But there you have it. Great light. Thanks again for watching. I'm Terry Peterman, the Internet Electrician. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I release a new one. Thanks again.